Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video here on You Mad Bros. In today's episode we will finally be doing how to get restoration to level 100 in one of the fastest and easiest ways possible in Skyrim. It has been a few months, if not a few years now, since the last skill to 100 video. I know most of the comments I got on the old videos were asking for all the other spells to max level and all the master spells of all the different categories. So far we've done Conjuration, Alteration and Illusion on the channel. Now we are tackling Restoration. So without further ado, let's get on with the tutorial. Step 1 will obviously be grab the Mage Stone. This will give you a 20% faster increase to all EXP you get with spell related skills and will obviously cut 20% down of the overall getting to 100. The next step, which really only applies to early players in the game, is just get a hold of stuff to increase your magic, your overall MP, and how cheap spells are to cast. So obviously I started a brand new account here, so I just quickly went and started the College Winterhold storylines. We got given some of the very basic spell equipment in the game, which just gives you extra magicka and later on can make spells cheaper to cast. One of the other things you can also do as well is with the new anniversary edition of Skyrim for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and I believe PC as well, you now have the Content Creation Club assets as well, which gives you different items you can now get, like the Mage Backpack, which increases your magicka and reduces spell cost as well.
The Archmage's responsibility is often keeping.
Now what you're going to want to do is grab the Turn Lesser Undead spell. This is a very early game spell. You can get this from pretty much any shop that sells spells, any like magician that sells spells. The College Winterhold Restoration Teacher would be a good shout. And then simply go find caves where there are undead enemies that are low level. So the earlier caves in the campaign, for example, where there are just normal Draugr when you're a low level, and just simply cast it on these. This is a fairly good way of getting the levels early on, but as I said, this is only a very beginner spell, so this will only take you from around level 50 into around 30 or 40 or so. Speedily after that it will slow down, which is what the rest of these steps are for. Once you hit level 40, shops will now stock Adept Restoration Magic. If you're already level 40, then obviously skip up until this step. But then you can get the Repel Lesser Undead one, which will take you very far in this game. I recommend keeping this until around level 75. This will pretty much do you. You do not need anything else. It is essentially that spell we have been using, but a much wider berth and can hit several enemies at once. So if you get enemies that are in a large cluster, it will get you an immense amount of EXP compared to just the standard healing spells, healing yourself up if that was what you were currently using restoration for. As you can see from the clip on screen now, this is a much more effective way of getting EXP with this. Essentially just go to any cave now that has a crap load of Draugr. I recommend the Dustman's Cairn if you're an early game player in the Companions, because this door closes at the end, which makes all the Draugr unable to flee when you cast the spell on them. So then just simply line them up at the door and then just spam cast this as long as you want, as long as Farkas does not take them out. But now for the much more fruity strategy that you're all here for. Head over to get the Ritual Stone. It is just east of Whiterun for those of you that do not know where it is. But yes, go over to get the Ritual Stone. For those of you that do not know what Ritual Stone does, this allows you to resurrect as many corpses as you want one time per day. It has a very big blast radius and it will just resurrect corpses for you, which obviously when combined with all the spells previously mentioned means we will have unlimited undead to fight for us. And 9 times out of 10 when you cast one of these spells on your undead, they will not actually flee from you, since they can't be afraid of you, since they are technically classed as your companions. There is the very odd time they will bug out and decide to run from you, but then simply go to any place you've previously cleared out, or go clear out any place which has low level enemies, so any basic bandit camp or pack of mud crabs or wolves and stuff should do. Then go simply resurrect them and then have at it. Absolutely have fun. Just go ham casting this, get them all in a straight line. There is no limit to how many things you can resurrect with the Ritual Stone, so if you do want more corpses and you can make this go an absurd speed where you're getting a level per every cast or two, just go simply walk with your new undead army to each bandit camp in the area, keep resurrecting, and then when you wait 24 hours it will recharge. As you just saw there, some enemies are still too high a level for us, but once you get restoration to level 75, the mage in charge of restoration will start stocking expert level restoration spellbooks, which allows you to get Repel Undead, which is around twice as high level cap as the previous spell in terms of what we're allowed to turn. So yes, that will allow us to turn much more powerful enemies into our things. So then if we go back, we can simply do that. But yes, I did that all the way up to 100 with a fresh account, escaping Helgen, going around, recording all the footage from this video. It took me about 4 hours to get to level 100, but that was obviously doing the College Winterhold quest line, buying all the spellbooks, getting enough money to buy all the spellbooks. I was doing a lot of sidetrack stuff. For late game players, or even players that have been playing for a couple of hours, you should easily have enough money and at least enough experience in Restoration, or at least Magicka, to be able to just go buy half these spellbooks outright and get right on this and skip the first couple of steps and make this ridiculously quick. Sorry, my throat is dying a little bit today. But yes, this should be very easy for you to do. I do not imagine this will take you all more than an hour if you are quite far into the game. Just simply go find any bandit camp and have it. And that'll about cover it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in for the how to get restoration to 100 in what I believe to be the fastest and easiest way possible. This is definitely one that can be perfected even more than I currently showed. I was showing you all the basics here, but if you just go get about 100 or so corpses, just walk with them, keep taking new caves and bandits out, animals, wolves, anything you can get your hands on, keep walking around with the ritual stone until you have about 100 things, line them up and then cast it down the crowd. This can easily get you to 100 in under an hour if you set it up correctly. So just go have fun and experiment. It's fun using the ritual stone for that anyway. But yes, just make sure you rest for 24 hours anytime your crowd dies and activate it again, and then you can keep your entire crowd going. They do not turn to ash when they're killed using the ritual stone, so you can simply just go get the crowd again. Yes guys, thank you very much for tuning into this video. One of the next ones that we're going to be uploading on the channel will be the how to get the master restoration spells once you do have restoration to 100. So if you did just follow this tutorial and get it to 100 and want to know where to get those spells, come back in a week or two and that video should be on the channel. Thank you to all of you that have subscribed recently. We have just hit the next double-digit counter. And thank you for all of you that have followed on the Twitch. We have just hit 10 followers on the Twitch. We've only been going for about a month, so that is very much appreciated. For anyone that sees this before Halloween, there will be Halloween streams on the channel as well, on the Twitch, where I will be playing Outlast in full anime cosplay. So if you guys are interested in that, then by all means stop by. I'd be looking forward to seeing you there. And thank you in general for all the support on the channel. I've only recently started uploading again, and already the views are starting to climb slowly back up. But yes, stay tuned. I will be doing all of these skills to 100, or at least all of the ones that I know exploits for. Speech, all of the spells. Sneak is already done. Pickpocket, I have learned some quite good strategies which can get you pickpocketing to 100 in about half an hour to 45 minutes, so that will be coming on the channel at some point this year as well. Along with basically all the skills we have not currently done, other than ones like one-handed and two-handed and archery, because they're not really a way of you can make those any faster other than just play the game with that playstyle. Yes, thank you all for tuning in. I hope this was helpful to some of you out there, and hope this provided aid where restoration was a skill I used to think was really hard to get to 100 until I learned about all these repel spells, and now I can get restoration to 100 in about 1 to 2 hours if set up correctly. Easily could be done in half an hour if you just go around with the ritual stone and get 10 times more bodies than I currently had. I was just doing this as a simple demonstration, as I have got it to 100 1 or 2 times in the past, so I did not want to go and grind all the way to 100. But believe me, it does indeed work. Just go, you can get as many corpses as you want with the ritual stone, go and get an absolute crowd. It is incredibly fun just running around and with an absolute armada of undead followers at your beck and call. Yes, thank you for tuning in, but for now, peace.